Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this Wednesday, Hump Day, April 1st, 2020. Keeping you guys in the know pertaining to this coronavirus, and I have another story pertaining to this pandemic, and this story is out of Louisiana. If you need verification for the storyline, please log on to CBS News. Louisiana church packed for services again despite charges against pastor amid pandemic. And in this said article, there is a video pertaining to the storyline. Buses and cars filled the Louisiana church parking lot for another service Tuesday evening as worshipers flocked to hear a Louisiana pastor who was facing misdemeanor charges for holding services despite a ban on gatherings amid the coronavirus pandemic. A few protesters turned out too, including a man shouting through a bullhorn against those gathering at the Life Tabernacle Church in the city of Central, where Pastor Tony Spell has been holding services. Another demonstrator held up a sign reading, "God don't like stupid." Oh, Lord have mercy. And in this said article, you can also log on to the issue of the Florida pastor who was also arrested for holding church services. CBS Baton Rouge affiliated WAFB-TV reported the service was jammed with hundreds of parishioners. The state said there were also dozens of cars on hand to see if anyone stopped Spell from holding the service. Afterward, people began leaving the church, some chatting outside the front doors, and many appearing to not be adhering to social distancing recommendations to remain at least 6 feet apart. Hugs and handshakes were shared freely as people said their goodbyes and departed. Hours earlier on Tuesday, Spell was issued a summons for holding services previously at the church in violation of the governor's order banning gatherings. "Come out, Tony. Come tell us why you're endangering people's lives," the man with the bullhorn shouted Tuesday evening, directing his words at the pastor. Flanked by some of his congregation, including children and older people, Spell emerged from the church later Tuesday night and said he is going to keep his church doors open. He said he doesn't consider doing that any different than keeping the doors of Walmart open. Spell also compared going to church to going to the hospital, but for spiritual healing. "We are needy people. Our souls are lost," he said. "We need help, and the church is the salvation center of the soul, the sanctuary where we come together and meet." Spell told CBS News that 1,265 people went to his church on Sunday, and he defended their assembly. "We have a constitutional right to congregate," Spell said in an email on Monday. "We will continue." He said they disinfect the venue daily and even boasted that it's cleaner than open gas stations, Walmart, and Sam's Club. Spell offered a no comment when asked whether his church was still collecting donations. Earlier this month, after a weekday service, he caught criticism for his controversial remarks when he told CBS affiliate, WAFB-TV, that the coronavirus was not a concern. "The virus, we believe, is politically motivated," Spell told WAFB. "We hold our religious rights dear, and we are going to assemble no matter what someone says." Around Louisiana, more than 5,200 people have confirmed virus infections, and 239 state residents have died, according to the Louisiana Health Department. The order from Governor John Bel Edwards prohibits gatherings of more than 10 people, said East Baton Rouge Parish District Attorney Hiller Moore. Each violation carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and a $500 fine, Moore said. "The whole situation just puts everyone at risk," Moore said. "We ask everyone to abide by the governor's order. The governor has urged church leaders instead to continue their services online or in smaller groups to lessen the risk." Spell had previously confirmed he was facing misdemeanor charges. He said when reached by phone earlier that he was read his rights and fingerprinted, but the summons wasn't deterring him. He said he would continue to defy the ban. "We're still here and still assembling and having church," Spell said. Asked why he was defying the governor's orders, he said, "Because the Lord told us to." Have mercy. Asked whether he was concerned about the pandemic, Spell said, "I'm no more concerned than I would be going to Walmart or Home Depot." Moore said earlier that additional charges could be issued if Spell continued to disobey Edwards' ban on gatherings. He said the pastor wasn't booked into jail earlier because parish officials are trying to lessen the jail population amid the risk of the highly contagious virus. Earlier, Central Assistant Police Chief Darren Sibley said officers had no plans to try to stop Tuesday night's prayer service. But he said they would document everything and forward everything to the district attorneys, to the district attorney. He is doing this for publicity, simply said of Spell. He is putting the citizens of community at risk, and he is putting the people in his congregation at risk. Edwards issued a stay-at-home order that he said he will extend through the end of April to combat the spread of the COVID-19 disease caused by the coronavirus, which is threatening to overwhelm hospitals with patients. Edwards said Tuesday that law enforcement authorities had been extremely patient with Spell and had done everything that they could to get him to comply with the governor's order before issuing the summons. I'm going to appeal to them one more time. Please stop what you're doing, Edwards said. The overwhelming majority of our faith leaders have found other ways to engage with the parishioners. CBS is the source for this story. Ooh, Lordy. Well, as you know, a pastor in Florida was recently arrested for doing the same thing. Some of you may agree, some of you may disagree. I understand that Walmart is a store and it's open. You want to leave church open, you want to compare it to Home Depot. Well, it's not the same, because we are in a modern day and you have the luxury of preaching online from your church, from your house, your barn, wherever. You don't have to have a live audience inside the church. Is it about money? Of course, it's going to always be about business. Church is a business. It has to have money to keep the doors open, pay the light bill, the water bill. Understand that. It's common sense. But there are also ways for the church and the community to tithe. And we all know they can send money through the mail. They can do it online. You can set up, banking for your parishioners to tithe. They can drop it by in a drop box at the church. We know the game and how it goes. I don't believe God told him anything, or them, those. And I don't like when people say what God told him. Because, see, I didn't hear God say it, so I can't verify nothing. Jesus said it. And I'm just keeping it 100. And I'm not trying to knock nobody that says they have visions or they hear things, but you understand what I'm saying. This is serious business, and the government, the state, local officials are trying to keep this, are trying to keep this disease at bay. And the more you gather, it is obvious, people will come in contact with the virus because people got it, don't know they have it. So what is the point in endangering the lives of others? And people should have more common sense about themselves to say, I don't want it, so I'm going to do my best to stay far away from people until this virus dies down. I'm all for praising the Lord, but the Lord has given man the wisdom to know how to do things in a way that could keep people safe. And that's why he created man, who created modern technology, so that now, modern day, a pastor can live stream from anywhere on earth and give a message about whatever he would like or she would like to talk about. Let's stop the foolishness and buffoonery. My church is live stream, amen. And so are other churches, I'm sure, in the United States. And you can tithe and get money to the church by means of foot, online, mail. You get my direction. Quit playing. Why these pastors want to use Lord, as I call it, pimping Jesus, I don't agree with that. I don't believe in using the Lord as an excuse to give a commentary, to do certain acts, to commit crime, all of that. Speak for yourself. Don't tell me God told you anything. Now, I'm one of those type of people. Most of you know me who follow me. I keeps it 100. It's my opinion. You can agree or disagree. You know Big Ange doesn't really care. But I don't believe in pimping Jesus. Don't tell me nothing God told you. Don't tell me nothing he told you. Because if you don't have a recording, yeah, I said it, I don't believe you. And I'm just keeping it real. I'm trying to be diplomatic in these horrible, horrible times, but I'm also truthful in my commentary. This isn't the time. This is not the time for foolishness, showing out, doing crazy stuff. And this goes back to the video I just made, talking about people doing things for show, doing things despite the virus. These are who these people are. And if they are combative, they were combative before Corona. They were foolish before Corona. So if you think it's okay to open the doors of the church to the public and let all them folks sneeze and cough on one another and shake hands and hug and pass more dirty germs and mutate this virus into something else that's going to be damn near a human when we get through, knock yourself out. I'll pass. Yeah, we have to go to the grocery store, put gas in the car, different things. Although we're not supposed to be going anywhere to need to put gas in the car, but you get my drift. At some point, you're going to have to go out to pay your bills, do different things. Worst case scenario, you got to go get food. And as I state, everybody's situation, finances are not the same. So how people are getting their money, when they're deciding to spend their money, when they're deciding to go out to purchase items, that is his or her choice. But at some point, if you cannot stockpile your freezer, refrigerator with goods, you are going to have to walk outside of that door to purchase food for yourself and your children. And God can be praised from anywhere. Trailer, house, apartment, TV, balcony, whatever. You ain't got to have thousands of people in church to prove no point. Because what you're going to do is make this virus worse than it already is. And that puts a strain on the health officials, which some of you have not thought about. The more you go out and spread this disease, that makes it worse for the hospital, the clinics. The people have to come into work and stand there for hours and hours trying to help keep you alive when they also have a life. They also have children. They also have families. So let's have a little respect for the doctors and the nurses and the x-ray technicians and all these people who work at the hospital who also don't want the virus, but that's their job, and they are essential to the public because they are public service workers and they are on demand, high demand at this moment. And they also need to be healthy to show up to work mentally and physically. So when we go out here and touch and grab on folks and let the kids run amok, we are passing the virus to more people to then have to be admitted to the hospital, to then have to be admitted to a room, then a ventilator is needed. You see what I'm saying to you? You people really don't stay woke. You want to argue about God, Jesus, I do what I want to do, I'm grown. Well, carry your tail on out there. Beat yourself down, because in the end, you hooping and hollering in church ain't gonna mean nothing. Laying flat back with tubes in your nose and wondering how you got there. Act like you got some sense. Go out as needed basis. Important items only. Things you need, such as food. But gathering, social gatherings, children playing with other kids, birthday parties, all that, man, chalk all that. We have Skype, we have video chatting, Messenger, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, IMO, Duo. There's no reason for you all to act like you just got to be in somebody's face. You all could get in a group chat and have church. Quit playing. Grow up and act like you got some sense about yourself. Sending prayers to everyone in the world today. Sending prayers and warm greetings and thoughts to my own pastor and my own church. God bless everybody. Stay safe out here, America. Stay safe, foreign people. Let's change our ways and our thinking and stop being selfish in this horrible, horrible time. You would think that in this desolate time that you all would act like you got some sense and stop acting so damn petty and childish. You're too old for this. And you are setting a bad example to other people who have a frail thinking and mindset, and to children who look up to you for guidance, respect, rearing. Grow up. Because you see, all this hooping and hollering ain't gonna do nothing if you're dead. Getting a horse myself. God bless me. Thank you for listening. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. Stay safe, America. Stay safe, world. May God keep you and hold you and bless you and keep you safe and keep you out of harm's way. Thank you so much for listening. This is Everyday Shenanigans. God bless you. Goodbye.